All right, good evening, guys, and thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching the video later, thank you for watching and tuning in to our Ocean Springs Middle School and Upper Elementary Band Booster meeting. My name is Elizabeth Jackson. I'm the head director of the Upper Elementary and Middle School band programs. And of course, we have a team of 6 band directors who work with your students throughout the week. Mr. Shira, who is our head director of the entire program. Miss Parker, who is at the high school and also teaches middle school and upper elementary saxophones and flutes. Mr. Garrett, who's at the high school, who also teaches middle and upper trumpets and horns. Mr. Patterson, who teaches low brass at the upper and middle school, as well as is a middle school band director, and Mr. Roberts, who teaches percussion throughout the district. So my team has been working very diligently with your students to try and make sure they have everything they need for their instructional purposes. And our booster officers work very hard behind the scenes to make sure that we're getting everything we need to start getting some of the finances and whatnot taken care of, as volunteers, securing volunteers for different events. And so we thank you guys for being able to join us, and encourage you to continue to tune in to these meetings as you can. We should start doing more in person starting in January, but we definitely wanted to continue to just make sure we had one little bit more moment to be safe and keep everybody at a distance just in case. But it looks like we'll be in January starting to meet in person in the middle school band halls. Of course, we'll still continue to open it up on Zoom for anybody who's not able to be there as well. Couple of things, just beginning the meeting for you guys on my end. We have our lessons program is rolling. In fact, there's students here at our band hall right now who are taking lessons with instructors from all over the region, from the University of Southern Mississippi, from the University of South Alabama, as well as who are just living in the region and professional performers on their instruments. And so if you're interested in enrolling your student, if you haven't gotten a chance to enroll your student in lessons, Mr. Patterson is in charge of that program. He is, his email address is tpatterson@ossdms.org, and he would be more than happy to get you guys set up. We have already had 2 lessons for Monday students. Our Wednesday lessons got canceled last week, but they will be on their first session this coming up Wednesday. And then we will have 3 more sessions that happen in the spring. So if your student wants to get enrolled and they haven't done it yet, it's not too late. We can get them started in January, no problem whatsoever. Additionally, we have our concerts coming up. That's the big thing all the kids are working on right now. We've got our music, we've got, we're starting to get more music every day. And so the kids and the beginner bands are working through their book to get ready for whatever they need with that stuff. They'll be performing some lines out of the book for you, but they'll also get some music additionally to play for you. And our middle school or symphonic band is actually working for a Veterans Day performance, which I emailed you guys about earlier this morning, but they will be performing on November the 10th at 8:45 in the morning in the middle school gym. And I will be sending those individual parents more information about that, symphonic band parents. But we also, for all of our students, on December the 2nd, for the middle school students, we have our concert at Ocean Springs High School's auditorium. We originally had that concert set for 6 p.m. We're going to go ahead and move it to 7 p.m. with a call time of 6:30 for our students to meet in the Ocean Springs High School Band Hall. And of course, you'll see many more emails from me about that to give you more information about where to go and where to park and all that. But I did want to go ahead and make sure that's getting on your calendar, on your schedules. Have that date secured if you haven't already. All concerts for the middle school and upper elementary band program are graded, and it's a really easy grade. The kid shows up, they come and they perform their concert. They're in their dress clothing if they're a beginner band student, or in their band uniform if they're a symphonic band kid, and they're going to get a 100 in the grade book for being there because they put the work in before the concert ever even happens. But we just want their attendance to get the experience of getting to perform for you guys. We have the middle school on December the 2nd at 7 p.m. and the upper elementary concert will be December the 7th, Tuesday, December the 7th at the upper elementary auditorium. That concert will be at 6 p.m. The student call time is 5:30. They will meet in their upper elementary classrooms. And that is pending the air conditioning. We've been told that the principals are willing to approve that concert, but they're sending it up to the central office level to make sure. I will say there is a chiller in there. Mr. Shower is in there every day and says it is freezing. So I think the signs are good, but we just have to make sure that's cleared with central office. If anything changes, we'll keep you posted and let you know and send you tons of emails. So, all right, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Kennard now, who has our treasurer's report. And then we'll turn it over to Miss Rubio after that. So Miss Kennard.
Okay. Right now, the current bank balance is a little over $22,000. Our total deposits in September and October were a little over $33,000, and we had total expenses of almost $25,000. Our biggest incoming fund source was the coffee fundraiser, and that was also our biggest outgoing expense source, was paying the cost for that to get the coffee sent to us. We also had, that was a little over $18,000. We also paid out almost $4,700 in lesson instruction. And then others were smaller than that. If anybody wants to have any detail of that, feel free to email me, treas.osmsbb@gmail.com.
Thank you, Ms. Kennard. And of course, students who are taking lessons reimburse the band program for their the cost of their lessons. And we just ask that you guys make sure if your students enrolled in lessons that they're paying in a timely manner. We do pay the teachers every 4 weeks. And we, of course, have payments on the 25th of October. And then the next one will be on January 10th. Sorry, I keep checking my schedule behind me. So if you're taking lessons, just make sure you're getting those payments in on time. So our boosters, our finances look accurate and according to what's going in and out. All right, I'm going to turn it over to our president, Miss Megan Rubio.
Hi, thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on some of the fundraisers and things that we've been doing thus far and what we have to look ahead to. So the coffee fundraiser that we were just talking about, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys did an amazing job. We sold over 1,800 bags of coffee and received additional donations. And that is, I think it's about double what we usually average. So you guys did a tremendous job with that. And that's going to be a big boost for our Booster Club funds and help us work our way towards that amount that we're trying to earn this year for our fundraiser events. We do have exciting announcements about the top sellers at the upper elementary and the top seller at the middle school classes, and we will make those announcements at the concert. So come to the concert, you'll get to see who our top selling prize winners were, and we'll also be doing the raffles. And we did so great that we will be doing a raffle drawing for our sellers at the upper elementary and another one for our sellers at the middle school. So you guys did a great job. We got to keep up that good work as we move into our next fundraisers. I also want to update you on the concession sales for the high school football games. As you probably know, we have been helping man the visitor side concession stand for all of the home football games for the high school, and we're getting a share of the profits from all of the concession stands, both the home and the visitor side. We don't have totals on that yet because it'll depend on how the season ends up. And even though we've had our last regular season game, the fun continues because the high school is doing so great. They are a lock for a home playoff game. So we're going to get to add another game to our fundraising efforts. That game will take place on November 12th at 7 p.m. to Friday night. And it should be a big one, especially for the visitor side, because it's a playoff game. Hopefully they'll be bringing lots of fans since it'll be do or die for them as well as for us. So I will be sending out a sign up genius for that. I want to say a huge thank you to the parents who have volunteered to serve a shift, especially a bunch of parents that have routinely volunteered over and over again. And we'd love to have some new faces in there so that those parents can have a chance to watch and enjoy the games too. So if you haven't had a chance to volunteer yet, please sign up. You get free entry into the game. You only have to work one half. So the other half, you can enjoy the festivities and watch the high school band perform and get a taste of what that's all about. Help us with some really important fundraising for the band. Also, if you have teenagers or if you know teenagers who are looking for service hours, they're welcome to join us. I'd be happy to sign off service hours for them. We were supposed to have another fundraiser in October, our Raising Cane's profit share. And unfortunately, we found out that they are not doing profit shares at this time. So if you had that tentatively penciled into your calendar, that's why you haven't heard anything else about that, they are unavailable at this time, so that one is canceled. But in its place, I'm happy to announce our next fundraising effort. It's going to be a Coca-Cola fundraiser. So we have partnered with Coke to be able to sell cases, the 24 pack cases of the 20-ounce Coke bottles. Those are the big Coke bottles that you buy in like the gas stations, or that they sell at the concession stands for the football games. So they're bigger than the ones that you would normally get in like a 12 pack at Walmart. So we'll sell 24 bottles to the case, and we're selling all different kinds of Coke products: Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Sprite, root beer, Dr. Pepper, Minute Maid lemonade, Dasani waters. We will have several vitamin waters, some smart waters, and body armor, which is like a kind of like the Powerade, only more nutrients and even better for you. So we will be selling those cases, those 24 pack cases, for $25, which is a great price for that kind of quantity. So we'll begin that sale on November 5th, which is this Friday. So look in your child's backpack or music case and look for that order form that'll be coming home this Friday. And we will give you 2 weekends in the week in between. So it'll be collecting money on November 15th. And we do need to collect all the money ahead of time. And money forms are due on November 15th. And I would just ask you, when you're doing those order forms, please try to make sure that your child's name is written very legibly and their full name, first and last name, on those order forms before they turn them in. That'll help us a lot as we're processing them. So money comes in on November 15th, and the orders will be picked up here at the middle school on November 29th. We're working to see if we can get in a couple more days of pickup in there, but definitely they'll be available on November 29th. So get excited about that. It's just, you'll be getting those orders just in time for holiday parties, for Christmas guests, for bowl games and things like that coming up. So hopefully you'll have a lot of good use for those things. Ms. Jackson also talked about the very exciting concerts that are coming up. I am so excited about it. It's one of the times that our kids get to showcase what they've learned, especially if you're in one of the beginner band classes. This will be the first time to get to see them perform, and it's just a super fun event. And we thought that you might want to consider giving your child a sweet note as part of their performance. So what that is like a little candy gift bag. It'll come a little gift bag with 3 pieces of candy, full-size candy, plus a little bit of filler, with a card for you to write a personal note on and that you can present to them after the concert. We're going to try and do as much of that by pre-order as possible. So we will be sending out shortly a Google form, order form, so that you can order those ahead of time and have them reserved for you. And we'll get those all made up. And that way, after the concert, when they're beaming with excitement and you're so proud of them, you can give them a sweet note with a little bit of candy and some encouraging words from you. So that's another fundraiser that we have coming up that you can look for. Also, at those same concerts, we will have spirit gear for sale. We have yard signs, garden flags, mugs, hats, seat cushions, and polo shirts. We'll have, basically we're selling what we have left from previous fundraisers. So it's first come, first serve, what we have available in stock. And we will be able to take cash, check, or PayPal. We have PayPal set up now. So we'll be able to take one of those 3 forms of payment, and we'll just have a booth set up there by when you come in for the concerts. So if you're thinking about a fun Christmas gift or something like that for your child or for a grandparent or something, those will be available then too. 2 last quick things to keep on your radar. As we move into the spring, we get excited about Houndapalooza, which is our big end of the year festival with all of the bands performing multiple songs and different ensembles performing. It's really, really a fun event. And we look to get sponsors for that event. We've found in years past that if we can get sponsor letters out to businesses in November, December, sometimes it helps with their donations per year and things like that, to do those donations before the end of the year. So we are going to be looking to send out sponsorship letters in the next couple of weeks. If you know of a business, a local business, an individual, anyone who would be interested in perhaps sponsoring the band and sponsoring us for Houndapalooza, please send me an email. My email, it'll go out in the minutes from this. It's just prez, prez.osmsbb@gmail.com, and we'll make sure you get that. But if you have ideas for businesses that might be interested in being sponsors, please keep that in mind and please consider approaching them. I will send out a copy of the sponsorship letter and you can take it in person and then talk to them about that. Lastly, we wanted to give a quick reminder that we are on Amazon Smiles. Excuse me. If you're not familiar with Amazon Smiles, it is a program that you can, actually, I'm not sure I'm familiar with Amazon Smiles.
It's a
Oh, I'm going to pass it back to Miss Jackson for a minute.
So it's a program where using your Amazon account, you can actually log in and have a charity that you support through your Amazon purchases. So if you are in Amazon, I'm looking right now actually at mine, you can choose what charity you choose to support. And every time you log in, if you go to smiles.amazon.com, you will be able to support our band program. So if you'll look for the Ocean Springs Upper Elementary and Middle School Band Program, you can use us. And as I told Ms. Kennard, I'm pretty sure half the profits right now are coming from my personal purchases because I use that. But you guys, we will send some more information about that in an email later this week. I will hope to get that out to you so it's a little more clear on how to sign up if you haven't done that before. But it's really awesome opportunity. It costs nothing to you. It's just Amazon makes donations to the charity of your choice. And so we have the ability to do that through our band program, to make a deposit to our band account.
That's great. I knew how to use it, but I wasn't exactly sure how to describe it. I thank you, Ms. Jackson. So yeah, with holiday shopping coming up, please consider going through that smiles.amazon.com and send in part of the proceeds to our band program. So with all of that, we will continue to be able to purchase chairs, to purchase music, to purchase teaching instructional materials that they need, instruments, all kinds of things for the classroom that are really critical for this band program to be a success. So we appreciate the work you've done so far. We appreciate the volunteers, and we look forward to continuing that success with our upcoming events. So that's it.
All right. And I'll just close out by saying thank you again to all of you for your work with our fundraisers. And I know that it often seems like we've spent a lot of time fundraising for band. And the terrible thing about band, the great thing about band is, you know, they get to learn to play instruments and all that. The sad thing about band is it is a very expensive endeavor. And our district does a lot to try and help us. And they're in the process of doing even more to try and help make sure we have all the things we need. Unfortunately, we have a very large program and a lot of needs to keep us going. And so we're very grateful to all of our parents, both in years past and currently, who are working hard, our students who are working hard to fundraise for our kids. We have in the past few years been able to outfit all of our middle school classrooms with musician style chairs, which if you look right back here, this is one of them. They are designed specifically for people who sit in play instruments, and we were able to outfit those for our entire middle school and upper elementary, but we were able to outfit our entire upper elementary, but we're still working on outfitting some of our classrooms over here at the middle school. We have enough for the band hall, but not for our auxiliary classrooms where we teach. For example, my woodwind class is out in the outer building. We have just regular classroom chairs, and they only hold up so well. The bassoon students, for example, can't actually use a regular classroom chair because the seat strap does not function in those classroom chairs that they would sit in for, say, computer class or whatever. So that's something we've been able to purchase recently. We're hoping to continue on in the next few years, getting more of those. And those chairs can easily be $60 to $70 a pop. We also are looking at, of course, outfitting. We're continually trying to update our instrument inventory, and our booster organization also does a fantastic job. Every time your student's instrument, if something happens to it, it has to go to the shop. For example, we have some money from the district for repairs, but we also utilize our booster accounts during the summer to try and get some of those instruments that we have as backups. For example, Ms. Jackson, my clarinet broke, I have to send it to the shop. Well, instead of the student being out of an instrument for a week, now I can say, here, keep your mouthpiece, keep your reeds, keep your ligature. I can loan you a clarinet until yours comes back from the shop. And that way you're not losing instructional time. And so we've been able to use booster funds to do that in the past. Some things that they're currently working with are, we have the opportunity to send our band directors to conferences. We have students that we send to conferences, and we're very grateful for all the opportunities we're able to get thanks to our booster organization. So thank you to these ladies and Ms. Anderson as well for all their work behind the scenes to make sure everything's going smoothly with our booster accounts. And if you ever have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're glad to help and help you, and we would love to have your help as well. Anytime you're available, we always need volunteers, so we appreciate you. Ms. Rubio, do you have anything else?
That's it.
All right, then I'm going to let you officially call this meeting to a close.
I do that. Thank you so much for attending virtually. Hopefully we'll get to see some of your faces in January. The next meeting will be in January. We won't have a December meeting. So just stay tuned for emails with the exact dates and location and time and all for that. And hopefully we'll be able to see whoever's on the other side of this screen when we meet back again in January. So we'll be sending out a synopsis of everything we talked about tonight. If it seemed like a lot of information to get down, so keep an eye out for that. And thank you again for all of your efforts.
Thank you. We'll see you in December, guys, at our concerts.